You are listening to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where illumination and inspiration is but a click away. With so many genre topics for you on everything that you need to know in life. We celebrate and share the people who have taken the journey before you and who are now here to serve you with their wisdom and their knowledge. The next show coming up is... Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here in selfdiscoverymedia.com. I am Sarah Troy. Family, children, what a gift they are to us. But I don't think people realize when they have a child that that child is forever. Yes, they may leave home at 18, may go off and have their own lives, may live in another country, but it is still, they will always be your child, your baby, however grown up they are. I, this last weekend, had my daughter from Toronto come down to see us. 4-day whirlwind, but we're so grateful to see her. It's been a year. The weekend we had with my other daughter, Tasha, and our husband, Rob, and we went out for dinner. We went to the Miniature World here in Victoria, and we feasted together, and that was wonderful. And then my daughter and I, Tabitha from Toronto, went over to Vancouver, where we had lunch with her brother and her father, and then we went home and stayed with my brother and his girlfriend, Rebecca. And then the next day, we had lunch with the old nanny. She's not old, but she's the nanny that looked after them when they were young, babysitter, and a friend of mine. And then a whirlwind again, doggy walks, and then off into town, meet more people, and then she was gone the next day. Whirlwind. But it was special. It's always special to see her. She's a very popular person, and she has these wonderful butterfly wings. She works so that she can travel, and she travels the world. She has the 7 wonders of the world she wants to see, and she goes into countries and she explores them in a way with her camera, with her blogs, in a way that others don't see. And it invites people, it shows people a different form of life. She is a bartender, mixologist, so wherever she goes anywhere, she looks at the unique drinks that they have or makes one herself. And the way you see the world through her eyes, that free spirit, is absolutely wonderful. I was that free spirit many years ago. And when I'm with her, she always ignites that spirit within me. And it's always wonderful, but I miss her, and we so wish that she would be closer. But she is that butterfly that is going to go around the world pollinating happiness wherever she goes. People don't forget Tabitha. Then, of course, my other daughter, Tasha, who is married to Rob, they got married a year ago, and she is studying. She is a social worker, doing her further degree on that, and they're building a home. And they don't live very far away from me, so I do get to see them more often, which is wonderful. And there's my son, Tyler, who's in Maple Ridge, who owns this wonderful cafe called Humble Roots Cafe on 224 for Maple Ridge. And it overlooks the horses and golden ears. And, it's kind of in the heart of the country, but you are 2 minutes away from the city. And his food is wholesome and yummy. I've posted here on the visual the spa breakfast, which is absolutely delicious. They do fabulous waffles, and many of their foods are absolutely gorgeous, and everything's prepared there or locally sourced, which is wonderful. I'm very proud of my kids. They had a dysfunctional family to grow up in. Their father and I fought a great deal, and we were both in our own self-discovery, and we weren't being true to who we were. We're living by that expectation of what we should and be. And we loved our children, love our children, and brought them up with that love and belief in them. But we didn't necessarily have belief in ourselves because that hadn't been brought up in us. And so they went through some turbulent times when their father and I, just towards the end there, just should not have been. But they became stronger for it, which is wonderful. Common sense, the way they saw things, the way they interacted with us, and the way that they didn't live by that expectation. It's like see me for who I really am. And if you can't, I'll love you anyway. Um, but I'm not going to live by whether you see me or not. And they have, they're still in discovery of life, as we all are, right to the very end, and they're still exploring options and have dreams to fulfill and desires that they want to meet, and it's all a process of life. And I'm very fortunate, very, very fortunate. I'm blessed to be their mother, and I love being with them anytime, diving into their world and the conversation, seeing what they're doing, seeing things from their eyes, and just seeing them happy, which of course every parent wants to see. Being a parent is a gift. We have to remember we're the custodians of our children. We do not own them. We are here to nurture and water those seeds of belief of what they can be, guide them to the moral do's and don'ts of life, which is don't harm another in any way or shape or form, um, to be of service to the world, to contribute, to do something that makes other lives better, to step into your own self-love and your own beautiful instrument, learn to play it so you can bring it to the orchestra of life, and just to be a person that is really content with who you are, why you are, and what you're doing. I mean, that is that life's journey that we all seek, and to be doing that and honoring who you are and why you are is wonderful. And as a parent, that's what we want to see in our kids. We want to see them bloom and become what they're meant to be, not what we dictate them to be or expect them to be, but what they really are, inside and out. My oldest daughter is turning 37, not married, no children. Her life is about travel. Would she like to travel with someone who sees life the same way, or would she like to settle down to a point? Yes. But she'll always be that free spirit that is an explorer, that looks at life in a different way, and that likes to bring joy and laughter and happiness to people. That is her gift, that beautiful gift of igniting joy in people. And it's exquisite to see. And I hope she never loses it. And my other daughter is more the serious one. Um, she sees people at risk. She works with women at risk, and the environment. And she sees what's wrong in the world with animal care and everything else and wants to put it right. And for her, it can break her heart to see people so troubled, so trapped, so in pain, believing that they have no path ahead of them, or seeing animals tortured, the meat factory farming that we see and the brutality of it, and to see the way we treat this planet. And they've really stepped up. They're vegan, they have an electric car. She works with women at risk, and further studies are to do even more with society to give them a chance. And again, wonderful to see her being true to that heart calling. And of course, my son, it's food. When he sees people have a happy meal and their stomachs are happy and they've got a smile on their face and they come back time and time again, he's in heaven. That's what he loves to do. He likes to see people happy and content. And that goes for his staff as well. And that's what he likes. He wants people to live up to their own inner abilities and passion for life. And he loves to be a part of it. And food is one for him to bring to people, because a happy tummy is a happy person in his eyes. And I'm very proud of him for that. And they've watched me go through my own self-discovery, my own turbulence, um, making wrong decisions, falling flat on my ass, having to start all over again. But they see my persistence and my passion for what I do. And even though it's been the struggle, they see how the light is there, and the respect is there. And I believe that they do really value who I have become and what my contribution is and what my passion is. And when we look at our pets, we also have to look at them as forever children. They don't graduate and leave home at 18. They're with us for life. And we have to look at all the joy that they bring us. If an animal gives you a smile every day, a laugh every day, lifts up your heart in any way every day, what a gift that is. There's something about them that is just so exquisite. We have a beautiful kitten here right now. She's about 4.5 going on 5 months. She was rescued, very skittish around other people. But she brings us so much laughter and joy every day as she runs around and chases things. She's more like a dog. As you come in, she rolls on her back, rub my belly, loves sitting on laps and loves playing with things and bringing toys back to be thrown. Um, and she's full of love. You pick her up and it's this huge purr. And every day she makes us laugh, she makes us smile, and she warms our hearts. My son has 3 dogs, which you'll see here in the video of them walking, which is so cute, in synchronization. The Frenchie is deaf. There's little Gus in the middle. When he walks, he hops and skips and makes these funny sounds. And there's Abby, who's always out sniffing something. They bring so much love and joy, which is absolutely wonderful. My daughter has cats, Ziggy and Peaches. Ziggy and Peaches, and both of them have totally different personalities, and they're their babies. So I say I have grand cats, grand dogs, and a grand restaurant, but no grandchildren yet. And they'll come when they're ready. And I look forward to those days, to those 2-legged grandchildren. But kids, we've got to understand, are a gift to us, and there's something extremely special. So what you are going to be seeing from us here at Self-Discovery Media and also at discoveringgcommunities.org, you are going to see a complete and utter change. And that change is the community first. In discovering communities, it's going to be about discovering the communities that people are a part of in their services, in their education, in their passions that helps other people. So we're going to be discovering those communities, what they're doing. We're going to be supporting them, and we're going to be celebrating them. And that also goes for authors and books. And so we're going in, collaborating with Evolve Publishing, where we're going to be doing books and publishing authors. And one of the first books that we're going to be doing is in investing in our forgotten children, where it's going to be a podcast book. There will be a series of podcasts, audiobooks, and there will be chapters written by the people we interview, that we talk with, that will also be in an ebook and written book. And all the funding for this will go into the fund action on discoveringgcommunities.org, which then goes into supporting those organizations of those authors in that book. A lot more to come. My own book will be coming out next year. We will also be doing books for people who are going to be promoting their own businesses and services in collaborative books, because we're branching out. We're branching out into education, we're branching out into publishing, we're branching out into supporting one another and highlighting and spotlighting those communities out there that are making this world a better place. So my passion is kids and animals. It is the spirit within people of their own self-discovery and their own awesomeness that they step into. It is about those stories that change our lives, that make us look at our own life and believe we can. It is about conviction and compassion and empathy and love and the vibration of life. They're resonating on a frequency that resonates out in a beautiful ripple effect, in igniting heart, joy, and laughter and love within everyone. So you can quintessentially say that Self-Discovery Media and discoveringgcommunities.org are also my babies. They're also my kids. And I seed and water and nurture these with the same love as I did my children, because I believe in them and I believe in the message that they bring. And that's what we are here, as a messenger. We bring to you the knowledge for you to see the wisdom in that knowledge and for you to apply it into your own life to make it better. So I do this because that's my instrument and my calling. I do it in honor of my children. I do it in honor of all of our children. I do it in honor of the people that have been willing to take the journey, go through the process, and become the awesomeness that they are today in their contribution to us all here on this planet. So there'll be a lot more to come, a lot more on the platform changing, a lot more on all the books. I'm just giving you a taste of it today, of what's happening. And just to say that I do this for myself, because yes, it's my heart and soul, but I do it as a legacy to my kids, that the work will continue on, and that this is in celebration of them and who they are and what they're contributing to the world. It's a celebration also of what life gives them. So just a little one this week on how awesome my children are. The joy of being a mother, the joy of being a parent to an animal, whatever animal you have, the joy that life brings to you if you allow it to, and all the opportunities that present themselves when they're ready to present, and how it can ignite possibilities and opportunities for us to follow. So step into that love, that motherly love, fatherly love, and let that love expand and reach out, because in the end, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Letting it reach out. So my heart is warm with the love of my children. I'll be going home for Christmas to my son and my daughter from Nanaimo, and her husband will be there, but I sadly will not see my other daughter. We hope to see her again in the spring before she goes off traveling again, but with spirit and with love, she is always with us. So wherever your children are, don't forget to reach out to them. Don't forget every day to send them love. Don't forget to celebrate who they are and what they've become and help them on their journey of life, because we never stop being their custodians. We never stop being their parents. So until the next time, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show and were inspired. Come and visit us at selfdiscoverymedia.com and see what other shows we have for you. And please do visit our selfdiscoverycommunity.org and see how you can be a part of giving back. Thank you very much.